Welcome back to Queens on Queens. I am your host, Nate Clark, along with my co host, Shanna B.
Eh,
I was about to say, you're going to do the same thing
I
last week and not
I
say
did that. I
nothing.
did that. Like people can hear me when they can't see
I
me.
know. How you doing,
I'm good. How are you?
honey? I'm just stressed.
Oh Lord, what's going on, friend?
Mm. Well, I have a little medical thing going on next month. And it
Mm.
turns out that it's not going to be fully covered by insurance like I thought it was going to be.
Oh.
And then I got my wedding suit yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I did, but the size
Oh.
is all wrong.
Oh.
And I only have 1 week to return it. So I have to, it's a lot I got to do today. I got to get that returned. And, first I have to send them an email to get a return approved. And then I have to return it and then order a different size. So it's just a lot of
Oh
things.
Lord, you do have a lot going on. So we're gonna get into it today because I know I want you to make sure you just especially for this wedding.
Mhm.
Now the medical stuff, Lord Jesus, pray about it.
I know.
But it's gonna
God
be all
always makes
right.
a way. He always makes a way. So I'm not
And
going to
he
stress too
does.
much.
And he does. So we just gonna
Yes.
switch gears here. All right.
Say anything going on with you? You good?
I'm good. Let's yeah, just homework, soccer practice, and home.
Mhm.
That's it. That's about it. That's my life.
Life of a soccer mom.
Right. Of a mom, period. Woo-wee.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. But
Well,
yes.
let's get into. Oh yes, by the way, you asked me about my robe. I'm wearing
Yeah,
a
I like
robe
that,
because I do. And it ain't nothing
bro. Ooh.
underneath. Read it again. Our
Oh, yeah.
ratings up, honey. If I gotta smash a little bit, I'll do what I have
No,
to
you know
do.
what? Tell me a little bit. All right.
A little tease. Okay, I'm
A little
sorry.
tease and take it back.
Kelly gonna kick my ass. You know.
Taylor, please don't.
All right, moving forward. Let's get into our hot tea session.
Yes, give me a little bit of that sprinkleness she got going on. Huh?
Before I get into mine, do you have anything to report?
Um, so I've come across a few things. I actually sat and I rewatched um the Housewives of Potomac right quick, just for a short clip. Because the
Mhm.
young lady on TikTok was like, "Did you see where the audio did not line up with what Candace was saying?" And I was like, "I didn't notice that." So I went back and I looked, and sure enough, when Candace and was talking to Robin, or they were having their little
Mhm.
starting their little conversation, it was off.
Mhm.
It was off. So I'm like, was there more said, or it was just not lined up appropriately? I don't. But I caught that.
Uh-huh.
And then I also of course, me on TikTok as you. A gentleman, I can't remember his name, I do follow him. He was saying that Portia there was a reason why Portia is divorcing her husband.
What was
He
the
was too
reason?
and I think he said it was either he was too controlling or something of that nature, just like her
Mhm.
last, um, husband she was with.
Ex-husband. Cordell.
Yeah. Oh, so pretty much the same thing, but I mean, that's just a hearsay. I don't know, I haven't heard anything else other than that, but that's all the tea that I mhm.
Mm. Well, now, I don't want to generalize, but I do hear that African men do be controlling. I don't want to add to the stereotype. I'm just saying that's
But just saying, right.
what I keep hearing, like culturally speaking, you know.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
But- Or it could be different for several different reasons.
Ditto. But yeah, we don't know pinpoint fact on fact what really is going on. We knew from first that he had all these things going on. He couldn't get his citizenship, and then that's when the dice started falling. or rolling or whatever you wanna call it, maybe dominoes.
Yeah.
Mhm. But
Um,
yes.
so for me, I don't want to say this is hot tea because this is a big tragedy, but something did happen. In Sister Wives, Janelle Brown,
Oh,
her son Garrison, died from an apparent suicide.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's sad. I
Okay, he
saw
was.
that.
mm, So the
Another
story,
sibling, right?
Gabriel, who
Yeah,
was very close to him, so I'm very worried about him. I'm worried about everybody, first of all,
right.
but especially Gabriel, because I know that is, without
That's
to
a
be your
different
close brother, that is traumatic.
they're very traumatic. Yeah. Man, that's
But it
just
says that Garrison was sending texts to the family that I think they found concerning. And so Janelle asked if anyone could go check on him, like physically put eyes on him. And Gabriel was the one that said, I can go. And then he went and found the body
found him.
in his apartment.
Now Janelle was the first wife, right?
She
No,
was she was the second one that Cody
second one.
married.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember the faces of who's who.
Mhm.
And
She
kind of
was
I figure like
short
like
blonde
blonde hair.
hair,
Well,
heavy set woman.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was the
I'm
second
with
one Cody married, but the most recent one to leave him. Well,
correct.
actually, Mary is the most recent, but you know, that's
I know. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. That was definitely heavy on my timeline about that
mm-hmm.
incident, which I felt horrible.
So
You know,
horrible too, because
no parent or family wants to go through that type of, tragedy. No, and any tragedy is horrible, but for that situation, it's just,
mm-hmm.
you know, you never know what's going on with people's mental and things of that nature. So, I try to me per se, I try to be kind, because you'll never know what people got going on outside of, work and things like that. So, my
Think you do?
my prayers go out to the family in this time right now. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely because that hit me hard when I saw it. Like I
Mhm.
don't know
'Cause I
that
know
man like that, but I watched that show. Like you get to feel
right, I'm
like
about
you
to
know
say
these
those
people.
kids grew up
Yeah.
seemingly on that show, so you got to see them in many stages. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm.
So we got the
Well,
heavy news out the way to be safe
yes.
stuff, but we're gonna try to lighten things
Alright.
up.
Oh, Lord, you alright?
House, yes, it's starting. The spring is coming, honey, and
Now
along with
what, the
spring comes
allergies, the
allergies.
pollen's and all that? I know. My
Yeah,
sister's suffering from it right now. Mm.
felt it a little bit yesterday. I said, "Ooh, they're trying to take me out."
Take you out.
They trying to.
Don't take my friend out.
I ain't going out without a fight. But anyway, mhm. In Real Housewives of Orange County,
Okay.
Alexis Bellino and John Jansen made their red carpet debut. They were interviewed by Page Six reporters and asked them, how does Shannon feel about them being on the show and being together, or whatever. And Alexis said she don't know. You would have to ask Shannon. She said, I can't speak to how Shannon feels. That questions pertain to
That's
Shannon,
you
you have to
gotta talk
ask
to her.
Shannon. So,
Oh my god.
but she and John did make it clear that they are not out to hurt Shannon in any way, and that there may
Right.
possibly be an engagement in the future between the two of them.
Shut your mouth.
That's what they're hinting at. That's what the people saying.
Let me be honest with you. When it came to John and Shannon, I did not like
Mhm.
I felt that he was using I don't even wanna say he was using her. It just wasn't enough for me to be like, "I will stand by this person because this person wants me the same way I want them." It wasn't giving me none of that. So I was like,
Mhm.
"Girl, let that go, cause he don't want you.
Right.
Come on now."
So I'm
You
very
old, baby.
interested
No.
to watch this upcoming season and see
You
what the
and
going
me
on is.
both, because 'cause I'm have popcorn ready. I bought some too. I'm ready whenever it happens.
Mm,
But yeah, that's crazy. And weren't they in the tabloids or whatever, like, not long after the car accident and the drinking and the dog in the car with Shannon? I'm like, "Lord."
yeah, because that happened.
Or
They came out as a couple after that happened.
right. That's why I said after that whole drinking and car running the house, whatever it was. I mean, I
Yeah.
know what it is, but I ain't wanna get into it, but Orange County gonna be juicy. And if Tamara is back on here, oh, it's gonna
Oh,
be
she's
bad
back.
ass state.
Tamara's
She
back.
gon she poked the bear, she does all that stuff. That's Tamara. She
There's already reports of a huge confrontation between Tamara, Shannon, and Vicky.
and they was all 3 of them was like, "This."
Mhm.
Mm,
We'll have
I
to
can't
see.
wait, I'm ready.
And I got some Beverly Hills tea. I know we've all been wondering what happened to Sutton Stratton
Oh,
at the reunion.
I just heard something
And
today too. Go
so,
ahead.
yeah, she said that she was rushed to the hospital because
Mhm.
she was diagnosed with exhaustion, dehydration, and a severe case of bronchitis. She said
Oh,
that
wow.
Andy Cohen called the medics right away, and Garcelle went with her to the
W
hospital. So they both
she
left the reunion.
They both left the room, yeah, yep, that's what I heard. She said she was nauseous, she was throwing up, like, it was really, really bad. It was horrible. But a lot of people were commenting saying they were so glad that Sutton has a friend like Garcelle. 'Cause
Hmm.
Garcelle was like, "I ain't never rode no ambulance before." She's like, "Well, I'm glad I could be the first one for you." I started giggling. Sutton, y'all are funny. But
But yeah, it's
yes.
funny. And so
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. Like people keep thinking that they had this fake friendship. I'm like, if that's not your real friend, you're not gonna leave set where you're working and go with them to the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They may not be like this, but there's definitely a friendship there.
It's some friendship there. It is. It's something.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I believe that's all the tea that I have before we jump
Yeah, you
into
you
our
pretty much have
shows.
just about the same bit of tea either I've seen or, so we're
Hmm.
good. I don't have anything else really. But let me tell
Oh,
you what I did this time. Uh-oh, what you got?
I'm gonna just announce that the trailer for the new season of the Real Housewives of New Jersey came out, and it actually looks like it's gonna be good now that we've moved away from the Gorgo versus Shootite bullshit.
Yes.
I see a lot of dynamics are changing, new friendships are being formed, old
Orange.
friendships are falling apart. So
Mhm.
I feel I'm gonna give it a chance. It looks like it's gonna be better than I thought it was gonna be.
Well, I look forward to it. I'm ready for it. Been waiting. So yeah, let's see what happens this go round. Yeah.
Okay. So
You
what would
should
you like to
you should
say?
be proud of me.
Oh,
I took notes even though you can't see. I took notes.
good for you.
I was like, I gotta remember all this shit. It's a lot of stuff. But
It
yeah.
is a lot
The
of
only thing
stuff.
I didn't take notes for, which we were gonna talk about, is the Traitors, but I remember that in my head. Cause that
You want to start
reunion,
with
we can. We
that?
can.
First of all, I'm so happy that you watched the finale and the reunion
I
because,
did.
honey, when I saw that finale, I was like, "Ain't no way we cannot talk about this on the
We
show."
got to talk about it because man, what I was just like, that was my
I
mouth the
know.
entire time. Like, I can't believe this. How do you
Uh,
feel? Go ahead, go ahead.
So we know that when it was the final four, including Kate, and they
Yes.
voted to end the game or keep playing, Kate voted to end the game. It was kind of
Mhm.
like, girl, what the hell are you doing? Like, Sheree got murdered, which was sad because she finally figured out how to play the game when she got killed. But
Right,
Sheree got murdered, and you think that they gonna disbelieve that ain't no more traitors left? Could have just found out Sandra was a faithful.
right.
But
Well,
Kate
we
went
already
on
know.
Twitter. Kate
Mhm.
went on Twitter and said she did that on purpose because she wanted the faithfuls to win. She wanted to get them a winning chance. So she threw the game.
Oh, okay.
That's what she
You
said.
believe that?
do because season one, I felt like she was, I don't want to say bitter or upset, but she made it be known that she felt like it was unfair the way the traders won and how they had an unfair advantage and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
then this season, you see her really like just enjoying the game, enjoying everybody around her. And when she got cast out, she didn't seem like she looked like so at peace with it.
She wasn't
So I
bitter about
right, she looked
You're
at
right.
peace. She looked like she was genuinely happy for people to win. So I do believe her when she said that she threw it on purpose to get them a chance.
Right. Because when they did the 4, and then they went back
Mhm.
again and had to do it one more time, and I think they did it another time after that. I said, "Oh my god,
So
we gonna keep going."
when when CT okay, I when they got down to the final three between CT, Trishelle, and MJ, I
MJ.
had a feeling that they was gonna cut MJ out. So when CT voted MJ, I was not shocked. I was like, "Oh Lord." And then when MJ voted Trishelle, I was like, "Girl, you
And
ain't got no
Trishelle
chance."
did CT.
That's what shocked me when Trishelle voted CT. That's what
Mhm.
I didn't see coming at all. I was like,
Right. I was like, "Why would she do that?" Y'all was riding out to the end, but then she was like, "Well, when we was in the room, we was talking about who was gonna vote out, and then he changed his mind and went with Sandra." She was like, "Okay, he might try to switch up." I think that's one of the reasons why that's what she said, she voted for him. And I was
mhm.
like, "Yeah, y'all sure did have a game plan. He sure switched up." But when they both ooh, and when I say MJ, that she hot. She might
I
not
would
be
be
piping hot,
too.
but she is hot. I was like, "Oh my god." She was like, "I don't understand. We're all 3 faithfuls. We could have all just, stayed in this together," which they could have. But
Yeah.
and when she was like, "I feel that Trishelle and CT were being selfish," I kinda saw her point. 'Cause they all 3
Yes.
knew who they were. They all 3 of them knew they were all faithfuls. Why would you wanna vote one more time? Just so y'all could
Mhm.
split it between each other. So, yeah.
Like she when she said at the reunion that after like all the traders out they start playing a greedy game, she was exactly right.
And it
'Cause
was greedy.
that was some
At fir
bullshit about them saying they
at
can't
first, I
trust
was
nobody.
like,
Y'all just wanted
"Dang."
that money.
Right, I was like, "Dang." And at first, I was thinking the opposite of what I felt right now. I was like, "Dog," I was like, "Is MJ hard up on cash?" Which I know she's not. I was like,
Mhm.
"It's just games, just like, get over it. They voted you out. That's just what it is. It's how the game goes. Either could do it, keep all 3 of y'all, or they could vote, to vote somebody out, and they mutually agree about it." But now that I think about it, you're right. They were all faithfuls. All faithfuls coulda got the money, right? If the trader was still there, the trader woulda got it, right?
Yes.
Right, so they knew they were all faithful. They got everybody else. So, you know, I don't even think during the reunion they explained why they did that. Did they?
Well, CT tried to say that he didn't trust anybody but Trishelle, so he wanted to be sure and let's get everybody out except for Trishelle. And then Trishelle was saying that, after she had voted for CT and he, defended himself, she saw the look in his eyes. She was like, "Oh, I messed up," and that's why she switched her vote to MJ.
I honestly believe they knew it was gonna be there to the end. They had that
I
planned up
did too.
already.
I like that plan that.
They planned that already. I knew that shit.
But I like CT, so I ain't too mad at
Well, I
him.
like CT. I like CT. I'm not mad about it. It's a
Mhm.
game. That's just how it goes. You never know which way the dice is gonna roll. But,
And the game is called Traitors, so you can't
right,
expect everybody to be on the up and up.
right. You're gonna be a traitor. Whether they are faithful or a traitor. There you go. But yeah, like
But
MJ
yeah,
came to that reunion, she was
fired up.
piping. She said she
But
unfollowed them off of Instagram. She said, "Yeah, as
mhm,
soon as I got the plane, I did it.
I would too.
This is what it is."
But
Mhm.
Andy made a good point in which there was a cultural difference between the people who came from competition shows and people who came from other reality shows. Because people who came from the competition shows didn't take nothing personal because they're used to playing these types of
Playing the
games and
game,
they have to.
he did
Yeah.
say that.
So that did make a lot of sense as to why people were so sensitive and hurt over how the games transpired because they're not used to that type of backstabbing.
Right. Correct. You're right. That was
Mhm.
a well thought out point. A good
Yeah.
point at that. 'cause that made a lot more sense. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did like how Peppermint had her say at the reunion
She
about being the
did, and
first one
I like
voted
how she
out.
ex
Mhm.
Mhm.
I got her quote right here. She said, "Most people don't know someone who's trans in their personal life, which means they learn how to interact with us through TV." And I think
Mhm.
that says a lot about how important it was for her to be on television, being this type of shows and having a good, um, being a good example, you know?
Right.
So it is a
Yeah.
shame that they voted her out so quickly.
Yeah,
Trishelle.
Peppermint one she was like the second one to go home. Bless you.
Mm, thank you. Johnny Bananas was the first one
First
murdered,
one. Uh-huh.
but Peppermint was the first one banished.
Okay, she was first one banished. Got it.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed her spew that she gave
Mhm.
then. I did like that, which it made more sense, which what she was saying. I was like, "You know what? You're right. A lot of people don't, have trans friends or people that they know that they're around on a daily basis." So,
Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, not Portia, Lord Jesus. Phaedra look good as always.
Oh, I love what Phaedra was wearing.
Yeah, she look as
And I love
always.
that she called Dan out too for his bullshit. Cause I remember that clip when he and Parvy had both conspired to get her out way earlier than him, being at that banishment table.
Yep,
So I'm glad that she called that out. Cause I
said
was
that
saying the
out.
same thing in my head. Like, y'all have been wanting her out that show.
They did. Poverty
I could just watch her clips all day.
all day, right? Oh my, not
Oh, Lord Jesus, not Dickinson, Lord, no.
and she's so good at it.
That was my
So
favorite part.
good. And I don't have to kiss you. I love
Damn,
her.
shut down.
I love Phaedra.
All right, well, I think we have to move on. We've got
Oh, Lord, yeah. Okay.
37 minutes. We got to cover our other shows. And
We
so you want
do.
to go to Potomac? You said something about the audio not matching up with what Candace was
Yes.
saying.
Oh my god. I don't know if it's a production thing. I don't know. But it's the clip right when Candace starts saying something to Robin and she's saying the words, but the words are not matching the audio. So
Mhm.
it may be a production thing. I don't know. But like that joint right there was wild. I never paid attention to it the first time around. I was like, let me just go back and rewatch this real quick.
I'm
And
going
I
to have
did
to
right.
rewatch it because when I
I
watched it
did
the
right
first
before we
time,
started.
yeah, had a couple cocktails. So
And I was
I
driving and
didn't know.
listening at the same time. So I could not focus on watching it while I was driving. I just listened as I drive. But yeah,
Yeah.
we can start with them because that whole foolishness at first off, what's her name? Sharice.
Yes.
What
Let me
all
say
that
something about
holler?
Sharice. Giselle kept saying that it was because she was drunk. I don't think that it was because she was drunk. Like I know she was drinking, but I feel like there was something going on with Sharice that led to her emotional outburst. Because I've been drunk many a time, and you don't
But
just
not
act like that out the blue for no reason. Like, there's always something
the
going on that causes it. I
um
think she going through something. I don't know what, but she going through something.
she might be. And when Giselle was like, yeah, she probably drunk. I never thought that she was drunk either. For me, I thought she was trying to since Karen wasn't there, you can tell me if I'm wrong because I felt like she was trying to be the Karen of the group. Why? Because Karen
Hmm.
wasn't there. And then all that yelling and stuff, there's no point. What why banging on the table and yelling, telling them stop? Because Candace and Robin are never out. Let me not say never. At this current state in life, they're not gonna be friends.
Hmm.
Now, Candace had gone on social media, said the things that she said. She said it. She knows she did it, and that's just what it is. Now, Robin, on the other hand, went to a blogger, podcaster, and was sending their personal text messages. Like, but you don't see no wrong in what you just did.
That's what I hate. That goes back to my double standards. Like they want to gloss over what Robin did, knowing damn well if Candace did that exact same thing, all of them hell
Would jump
can we
on
talk?
like
All of them would have jumped on her and said that was the issue.
a vulture, a dead carcass. Just like, and then this is the thing that mm, Robin is seemingly good. It's because she did it when they went on the Austin trip. Hold me accountable. Hold me accountable. And this time it's I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite. Like stop.
This
Like, oh,
deflection,
like
deflection,
what you did
deflection,
was not
deflection.
wrong. You did nothing wrong. But Candace did what she did, and it's so wrong. She shouldn't have said it's defamation of character. When there's a
Mhm,
storyline that was given and tried to make her husband out to be this person that he wasn't, and nothing happened. Literally nothing.
mhm.
Okay.
My thing is, you had to go send the private text with Candace to a blogger to explain why y'all
Why y'all
friendship
not
is no
friends when you
longer
can just say it yourself?
right. Like
Like, oh, oh, because you don't. Okay. Even when I watched it the second time, it pissed me off.
yeah,
Now, like I said, now that I can actually sit down and watch, like, what stupid.
I was
You dumb.
pissed off too.
You
And
dumb.
I feel like the production. This is another reason why they need to get a new producer. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I do think they are going to have a new production team next season. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. But, I feel like we don't really care about Candace versus Robin anymore because the show has never really focused on their friendship to begin with. You always
Right.
get
Did
the
they ever
focus
really
on
have a genuine friendship?
they did, but the show mostly focused on Robin and Giselle. They didn't focus on like showing the real relationship between
Correct.
Candace and
Between
Robin.
Candace and Rob.
And had they done that from the beginning, like showing all these other friendships besides the popular ones, then we would feel more for it and we would be like, okay, like we'll be more invested in their falling out. You get what I'm saying?
Right, but we're not. We don't care. It's
Like
over.
we just want it to be
Let it go.
done.
Like, it's enough of it. It's enough. Honestly. I'm done with mm.
Before we move on from Potomac though.
Oh, we're not done with Potomac. Keep going.
Oh, you scared me. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Just real quick, real quick. I like the fact that Jacqueline and Mia did start to discuss their issue.
Yes. That
Love it.
that scene showed why Mia got first seat at the reunion this year and Giselle got bumped to second seat. Because
Right.
Mia has shown she didn't give a damn that Jacqueline was there, even though they had this big falling out. She had a one-on-one with her. She was going to try to move forward. All the things that Giselle should be doing as the face of this franchise, but won't do. Because as soon as Giselle fall out with somebody, she ignores it. They ain't on the show no more.
Right. I
So
agree.
Mia just showed why
Oh. She's showing growth.
she's showing growth and she's showing why she has a long future ahead of her on this show.
Right. Correct. I agree. And then
But
can I
like
just
I said, you have to have conflict and resolution, not just
resolution.
conflict.
It's constant conflict, and I feel that when it comes to conflict of Giselle, she'll pick and choose who she wants to do that with. Like, with the whole Karen thing, that was
Mhm,
nonsense. You didn't have to have a conversation with that lady because she acted the same way around everybody.
mhm,
So what was asked for because she didn't have your back? For what?
mhm.
You gotta
'Cause
have
she
your own
used
back.
to dealing with Robin. She used to dealing with lapdogs.
And Robin is nobody's lapdog. Not
Yes,
Robin,
she
I mean
is.
Karen. I'm
I'm about to
sorry.
say.
Karen, Robin is so sorry. Robin is yes. Karen is not. That's the person. I am so sorry, y'all. Please forgive me. But then before we move up, if why Naneka, why? The crown and sash, we didn't need that. That's all I need to say. You
I
could
mean,
love that at the house. She
She
thought
did not
was
get
gonna
the
get
memo that Karen and Wendy wasn't gonna be there, and so it was a
there.
flop,
A big flop. She said,
big
"Where you get this
flop.
from? The, party store?"
Party City? You said Dollar Store or Party City? One of those 2, she said.
One of them that cheap thing she had on her head. I said, "Well, why are you wearing" I mean, like, was this necessary? I know why you were wearing it, but they not here.
Right.
Like, no extra for no
It
reason.
was a flop.
Sharice and that bland ass crabs. But anyways, okay, we can move on.
Well, how you black. How you gonna have a crab boil
I don't have no
and no seasoning?
she
And
just
I don't
boiled it
even
in
eat crab. I'm allergic to shellfish. I don't even eat that, but even I was disgusted at the thought of not having it on it.
She said these tired crabs, but the drinks was good.
Yes. Child, that
I said, "Ain't no way you live in Maryland, Virginia area, and you doing some bland crabs? Come on now. You know better." I grew up on blue crab.
I
That's
know
all
you
we
know.
get. I don't like them because they're too much for me now. I'm bougie. I like this Alaskan snow crabs. I don't do all that picking. I can't do
I don't even know. I didn't
it.
even know you had to boil the crabs alive. I had to Google that.
Yes, if they gotta be alive. If they did, you gotta throw it away.
Yeah.
Yep.
I learned that Sunday night. I had to Google it because I was like, why y'all doing this? It's so cool. And then I looked it up and was like, oh,
Yeah, that's the way you gotta do it. That's the way any show would crabs, lobsters, even oysters, mussels. Mhm. If they don't open up, they not you gotta throw it away.
mm.
So yeah, grew up on seafood, right on the water.
Well,
757. Okay.
so where should we go next?
Mm, we can go to did you Married to Medicine? We'll do our Mondays. We do a Monday
Okay.
shows. Um,
Damn, is there anything to say about Married to Madison?
I just got a few notes here. Um, the way Sweet Tea came for Quad because she feel like Quad coming for her in her marriage. Mm.
I'm so over that little girl. I really
I
am.
really but the way Andy grabbed the snack off the table and started eating and wiping them 2 go back and forth. She was like, "I'm not coming for you, little" she's like, "I'm not coming for you." Like, I don't think Quad is coming for you, sweetheart. I
She
don't
not.
but
She doing the exact same thing that everybody on the show does with each other, which is comment on what they see on the show, be
right.
shady. And it's like, girl, Quad been on the show from the beginning. She had Greg way before you had Greg. Of course, she gonna have something to say now that you came onto her platform. Let's just be real.
Right. So you're gonna have to put your big girl panties on, roll with the punches, give you a little comeback, but you don't have much to say right now because you just coming in. You ain't been married that long. Of course, she does have a relationship outside of you with him because she was with him for all these years. You know what
And
I'm
she
saying?
has every right to speak on her past marriage
And
to
if
Greg.
anybody asks her a question, she gonna answer it. Like, who are you? You can't tell me what I
Mhm.
can and can't say.
Exactly.
You feel that you do have the cheapest wardrobe, honey. She said down at the swap meet. That's where she be shopping at.
Mhm. And like I said, heavily may exaggerate, but she ain't gonna lie.
She definitely ain't gonna lie.
She ain't gonna just
Definitely.
make up a story.
Dr. G cleared that well, when he talked to the fellas, because I did like that little segment right there when he talked to the guys, and he cleared it with the whole, uh, Phaedra dating thing. So, he said nothing ever happened physically, probably in his
Dr.
mind it
G
did.
just he just disgusts me, to be honest.
He's an oddball. You don't think
He's
so?
just disgusting. I just think he's disgusting.
Hmm.
Knowing some of the things that he put quiet through during their marriage, I just don't find
Interest or anything in him.
anything to him. Yeah, I'm just turned out. I did
Mhm.
like how Dr. Damon put him in his place, but that
Yeah,
season
he
really
sure
tough.
did. That's what I
Damon
put
looked
on
like he
my
about to
note.
whoop somebody's ass.
He was like, "Sir, answer the question.
Yeah.
Don't pill around it. I asked you a question, answer the question." He was
Mhm.
like, "No." I said, "Okay then." Like, when people ask you a question, don't The question is either a yes or a no answer. It's
Mhm.
no maybe or I don't know. It's a yes or a no. And that he because Dr. Damon said he wasn't playing. He was not playing.
No,
That's me in
I
my
don't
notes.
blame 'em.
Right. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. And then when Sweet Tea can't remember her conversation that she had with Heavenly at the table. She had too many drinks and she can't remember what she said
Right. He
about
kept
him
saying,
being
"I never
controlling.
said him being controlling," and guess you literally did.
He literally did. That's when that damn cowboy hat fell off, I think. Well, that time they went out. But you did say that. Like,
Mhm.
come on now.
That's
He
why I
might not
can't
be
trust nothing she say.
right. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Literally. Mhm. Mhm.
Before Heavenly's YouTube got I don't wanna say got
Take
shut down, but before she stopped doing her YouTube show, she did say that at the reunion, they had a therapist, like, on set, and she didn't say it outright, but she alluded to the fact that it was for mainly for Sweet Tea, because
mm,
Sweet Tea can't handle the stuff that they handle on that show, where they're, like, being on the show, being in the public eye, hearing the negativity, all that kind of shit. So, I feel like because that therapist was there, a counselor was there, or whatever you wanna call that person, I think that played a part in why Dr. Him was trying to hold back from going in on Sweet Tea, like we know she could have.
whoop, dug a hole in her hot pots for real. But she did
Yeah,
not.
she was
She
very
has held
restrained.
some restraint. She has
Mhm.
held some restraint. I did not like the comment when they were going back and forth, her and Heavenly. She was like, saying that her mom was in hell or whatever. Like, that was some bullshit. See, when they play, you play real dirty. You can't say shit like that. All the Heaven was like, I just want to thank you though, because that's how her sister has started reconnecting again. Which was I hate that it was in that circumstance, but I'm glad they're speaking. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that Heavenly found some positivity in that situation, which is the rekindling of her and her sister. Because
Correct.
if you tell me my mama in hell, I'm getting off that IG live. I'm showing up to your front door. Somebody gonna get arrested. That's all I'm saying.
Right. It'll probably be me.
Because I don't play them
I'm gonna
games.
beat your ass. Right. Don't play with words like that, especially when your parents ain't here no more. Like, we don't play like that.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
don't play like
If
that.
my mama was alive, then we can keep arguing. But once again, if you know my mama did, and you say she in hell, I'm ready to, you gonna meet her there. How about that?
That
You got
part.
to meet her down there.
You about to meet your maker.
Mm.
Mm. But yeah, that's all
Speaking
I
of
got
this,
on.
I'm about to get mad.
I'm sorry. Ooh, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Who we going to next?
We got Beverly Hills and Miami.
I did not take any notes on Miami, but I think in my mind I kind of remember some things
Mhm.
from that segment. That was their last one of the last section of their reunion. So
Yeah,
yeah.
part 3.
Mhm.
Um, I think that Kiki, even though she gets a lot of camera time as a friend of, I think they need to promote her to a full time next season, like for sure, for sure.
I agree.
Like she really popped out this season where
You
she really,
did.
especially
Yeah.
at the reunion, where her personal story, the way she
Mhm.
told Lisa, "You're gonna fucking respect me." I was
Mhm.
like, this is the year of Kiki. Like she needs to have her mojito glass this
Really
season.
was. I know this is my second season watching them all, but Kiki definitely had a full appearance for this season, and I liked the Kiki that I saw. I enjoyed the Kiki. You know she told him how she felt, and she didn't give 2 shits about it,
Mm,
especially when they left her. She goes that she supports everybody with what they doing, but everybody bailed out on her when it was time for her, and she invited to her party after, um swimsuit fashion week down
mhm.
there.
And
I
I
felt
really
bad. I was
felt
like,
for
"Girl,
her.
in the car for me, I son."
And I really felt for her when she was saying that she doesn't throw a lot of events because she doesn't have the money like that. Like she don't even do birthday party for her kids and stuff. That's what really like got
Yeah.
me because and imagine being on a show with all these rich women and then you don't have you're up there with them financially, but you like you know what I mean? Like it's
She
there's some
remind
insecurity that plays into that.
right. You know who she reminds me of just a little bit now that I'm knowing a lot of her backstory? Monica from Salt
Monica,
Lake.
I knew you were
Monica.
gonna say that. Mhm.
Yep.
In
The
a good
realest
way.
one. Right, in a good way, not in the ugly way, but in a good way because we as I'm not gonna call us the common folk, but the folks with less, commas
Yeah.
in their paychecks, we understand, we
Mhm.
get it, so we relate. We enjoy watching these ladies on TV spending this money doing that and that, but we see the one person that we can relate to, and we enjoy seeing how they handle themselves being around these ladies,
Yeah.
and not per se keeping up with them. Now Monica
Mhm.
wanting these lavish persons, girl, don't do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, but
I
yeah,
mean, like,
those are webcam.
to be clear, Kiki ain't broke. Like, she ain't poor.
But
She's
she
just
does
not
not.
in the same level as the other women.
Correct.
That's it.
Not never said that my Kiki was poor.
Yeah,
Ever
I
that.
know. I just wanna make
This
it clear for people who are listening.
right. Sis got money. She just doesn't have maybe as many colors
Mhm.
as other folks. But she's a beautiful woman. Beautiful. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Inside and out.
Yes. Love it. I love Kiki. I like Kiki.
Yeah.
I like Gertie. I like Julia when she's not being messy sometimes. Um, who else?
Nicole.
I love me some Nicole. That's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
That's it right there. Number 4 right there. I can,
Yeah.
I can hit all right with the other
I
one, but
like
them 4,
everybody except for Larsa. I
yeah,
like I like Adriana sometimes.
all right.
Other times, I'm like, "Girl, sit down, shut up." But the same with Lisa. I like Lisa, but sometimes like, "Girl, sit down, shut up." I don't know, I like the whole cast overall,
I mean, I
even
like them, but when I say my
yeah.
favorites, I have my 4
Oh, no, no,
favorites.
no. Yo, those are my 4 favorites too. I'm saying
Right.
the whole cast overall, even including Larsa. I just can't. I'm just trying to keep it real.
I know.
All of them. I just can't imagine any of them not being there. Like,
Correct.
even
Because I
when they frustrate the fuck out of me, like, I still be like, "I can't wait to see what you're gonna say next, though." You know what I'm saying?
like besides this franchise, and I want to say who is almost similar to them that can bounce Beverly Hills.
Mhm.
I don't know about Orange County because I just started watching. It was my first season back with them when I watched it with you. So I know
Mhm.
those are the 2 who can seemingly bounce back from things. Just carry on. We're not dragging
Move
out the
on.
same stuff over and over and over again, or just trying to
Yes.
make a storyline. And that's how I feel like Potomac is. Y'all really don't have anything. Let me tell you something. The only fun part I enjoyed about the last episode of Potomac when the opening when they went to Kara's place and
Yeah.
got coochie lasering and armpit lasering.
Right.
That's the
And
only
that
thing I
just shows how important it is to see the girls get along and have fun in addition to the drama, you know?
right. Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Shoot, I like the outfit Wendy had on. That shit was fly. Imma find that windbreaker.
But coming
Mhm.
back to Miami, come on back down south,
I
honey.
mean, I'm sorry, sorry. Go ahead.
I love the ending with Julia singing.
Was she
The
really
way
singing or
she
was she lip sync?
I mean, I think she was lip syncing, but I think that
But
she
the
was lip syncing to her
girl,
own vocal style. I think it was lip syncing to her vocal style. 'Cause
it was good.
the way she pulled that mic out from behind that pillow, and did nobody notice it at first, like, it was a nice moment.
It was good. I enjoyed the closing. I
Yeah.
really did. Then it was tension between Alexia and Mighty Soul about when
Mhm.
she was asked who's a liar, and sis was like, "I just said you can't remember things. Either I'm one or I'm not." Again, here we go,
Right.
not answering the question because she didn't wanna hurt her feelings. She says you're a liar, honey. That's what she's telling you.
She said I mean, there is a difference between just flat out lying and just not remembering. There is a difference.
Understood, but either it's a yes or a no. You can't feel around. That's how I
Wow.
felt she did.
Well, I'm glad we got a little cliffhanger, something to look forward to next season, because I wanna know what's gonna happen between them 2.
I do
Like,
too.
is it just an argument and they're gonna bounce back next week? Or is
Or is
this
this
gonna
something
be
that's gonna
like
continue?
yeah,
The fall not the fallout, but the breakup. the pull apart between them 2.
Mhm.
I'm wondering,
It's gonna be
uh,
interesting then.
very interesting, very interesting. Yeah.
We've got 15 minutes left. Let's
Okay.
head on over to
Beverly
Beverly.
Hills.
Mhm.
Alright. Got my notes on because I had to watch it again, and I had to write stuff down. I was like, "Let me watch Beverly Hills real quick and write some things down."
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what are
And
your thoughts?
I don't have that many notes on it, but if tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like sometimes Kyle deflects.
Only sometimes. That bitch always deflecting.
Like, and I can't remember what made me write this down, but it was I don't know if it was between her. I think it was when her and Sutton, she was like, "Sutton, I feel like you came on the show to" what did she say? I can't remember exactly. Or to get
Mhm.
back at me. But I don't even think the question was geared towards Sutton. It was you not answering anything that's been asked to you. Or
Mhm.
she felt some type of when Dorit asked her in the car about her marriage.
I just
Girl,
felt like whenever Kyle does or says something to somebody else and they call her out on it, it's always like, well, I only did that because you hurt me. Well, you hurt me. Well, I was hurt by this. Blah, blah, blah. But if it's vice versa, it's a different story.
right.
Like, it's
I was
always
like,
what somebody did to her first. You can never just flat out say, yeah, I was wrong for that and I'm sorry.
never gonna say I'm wrong for that. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
At all. She's never
It's
gonna take
always an
accountability.
excuse.
But man, somebody asked what's her Kathy
Hmm.
if how long things have been. I don't know what the question was, but I know it had to pertain to her marriage. And she was like, I think it's been going about 3 or 4 years. And she's like, oops, I shouldn't have said that. And I said,
She said that Cal is not an impulsive person, so she thinks that Cal's been thinking about this for at least 3 to 4 years.
she said, oops, I shouldn't have said that. The lady was like, but you did. She's like, yeah, I did. I'm ready for them to be back on Thursday so I can see what goes down with this one. I'm really looking forward to that. But I like I said, I watch these while I'm driving. I listen to them while I'm driving, but then I
Hmm.
have to go back so I can watch because I like to watch body language, um, and actually see like them saying
The
what they're saying.
looks people give each other and
Right.
stuff like
And I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
okay, Kyle deflecting. And I said, she does that a lot. Okay?
Hmm.
Like she passed the baton to put it on somebody else when we talking to you and you don't want to answer the question.
Yeah.
Um, Sister Dorit,
Mm-hmm.
somebody asked her a question, she got to repeat it back in question form so she can accumulate what she gonna say in her head
Yeah.
every time.
Every
Every
time.
time. She's like, is she repeating the
I
question?
just, I don't know if you said, cause you said you listened to it. I don't know if you caught this, but when she said that her and PK are doing better than ever, Garcelle made a
Lies.
face, Crystal made a face, Erica made a face. Like, don't nobody
I
believes
saw
her.
that. I saw that. Now I saw that. I told you I rewatching I sit down. But I saw
Yeah.
that. I watched everybody's facial expressions on that one. I was like, girl, why
Ain't
is you
nobody
saying
believes
lying?
that.
Why is you lying? Because they showed the clip where Erica went to the front. They asked her whose relationship they were at BravoCon. And
Hmm.
she said, what were the words? I don't know word for
They
word.
asked which Bravo marriage is the next to fall apart or something like that, and she said
And she
Dorit and
said
PK.
PK and Dorit. And I wouldn't be surprised when they come back, and if she comes back on, which she probably will, um, that it's gonna be a separation.
Here's my theory. Because there was an article that came out that said that Dorit and PK were separated, but then Dorit came out and said that that article was false. They were just having some issues, but they weren't separated or whatever. My theory is that they were separated. They were not ready to announce it or even know what was going on with them really. It probably was that long. and then the article leaked out or whatever, and I was like, "Oh shit, we'll this back in,"
Right.
and now they're trying to cover it, and we're like, "Oh no, 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 we're fine."
Correct. Mhm. 'Cause,
I mean,
see
I'm probably wrong, but that's just what I think.
yeah, that's your theory, and we can have our own theories until the truth comes to the light.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, Sutton said she got in trouble because she repeated something that she heard which she heard that PK was in the car with another woman, and
Hmm.
she said PK gave her a spank. Not physically, but, verbally
Yeah, yeah,
with some
verbally.
words.
Yeah.
Mhm. On that situation, so, that
I mean, it's all fair though, because Dorit was talking about her drinking and Kyle was talking about her drinking, and I mean, y'all
right,
can't keep dishing stuff out and then
but
not be able to take it.
and right, and they were talking about that situation, and nobody and Dorit couldn't even answer the question. She was like, "Do
Mhm.
you think I have a drinking problem?" She was like, "Well, I wasn't the one that said it first. I wasn't repeating. I just heard." She's like, "Do you think I have a drinking problem?" And
Right.
I think eventually she said no. She's like, "Can you repeat that again a little louder?"
Yeah.
Right, like
That's a
don't
bit
do that.
frustrating me. It's like y'all all know that you were insinuating that she had was an alcoholic and had an eating disorder and stuff. Like Kyle and
Mhm.
Dorit know that's what they were doing.
And
Just
right, and
own it.
Kyle and Dorit acting like they don't know shit.
Just ain't.
Oblivious.
And what got
Like y'all
me is that not Kyle, Dorit want to act like she doesn't understand how what she said insinuate that Sutton has a drinking problem. But she understood perfectly clear that Garcelle was insinuating that she faked her robberies.
oh, she heard that
You
loud
understand
again.
what that means? You understand what that means then when it's coming to your ass, but you don't understand it when it come out your mouth?
Right. Definitely. Garcia said, I didn't say I didn't believe you got robbed. She was like, it's
Mhm.
just the scenario, the situation makes it seem believable. And honestly, I feel the same way, Garcia. I believe she
Imma say this. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm not saying that this is a fact. I'm saying this is my opinion based on what I've seen and heard on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
right.
It is my opinion that these robberies were staged. I do not believe that Dorit had any knowledge of it or any participation in it. I believe that someone close to her, I mean, we're going to name names. I believe someone close to her had somebody rob the house in order to get the insurance from the items or to resell the items in order to pay some debts. That's
Correct.
my theory, and I'm
Or
going to stick by that until I find out more evidence to the
right.
contrary.
Or the fact that she had all this money in a shopping cart walking around Marshalls and you turn your back to it. Let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna carry wads of cash like that around.
Mm.
I will not. That'll be the last place I go to, and I'm going straight to the crib. Imma stop at my Marshalls.
Like I said, I don't believe that Dorit has any participation in the fakery. I
Let
believe
I'm
that
not
she's
saying
being
that's it.
set up.
Correct, and you and I did have that conversation about it, and she probably was set up, and the whole person leaving the phone at the gate
That's why I feel like that's why. I mean, Andy did make a
and
good
that's why
point
you
that
feel
you
it's a
probably don't
setup.
want it to be distracted. They probably didn't want the phone to be distracted or whatever. But I do feel like because of them leaving the phone at the gate and how many times she's been robbed and everything, I do feel like there's a person close to her
Is
that is
inside.
setting all of this into motion.
Correct.
That's just
I
what I
I
believe. I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying that's just what I think.
I can agree with you on that, honestly. She 'cause Garcelle was like, "What robber leaves the phone?" Just he placed it down and walked away. Who has time to do that if you robbing somebody? I'm just saying.
Because
I'm just
if I was gonna rob somebody, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to take the phone with me because you can track it. But I would
I told
destroy
that
the
bitch.
phone. Why
Right.
would he not destroy the phone in order to buy him some more time to get away?
Or throw it away.
Or hide it somewhere where you can't find like something, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right, something like that. Because leave my phone so I can call my husband. Call your husband? Why not call 911? Or why not run to a neighbor's house? Hit the button.
Mhm.
I know everybody got a little call, but please, I just been robbed. Can you please call the cops? You got time to
Uh,
tell then you had time to see what they look like.
it's a
I'm just
lot of
saying. I'm just saying.
it's a
It's
lot
a
of
lot of gaps.
questions.
There's a lot of questions when it comes to that.
What you see? What?
It's a damn wasp in my house.
Oh my God, a wasp.
Uh-huh. He just came from out of nowhere. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the wasp is out now. I thought it was still too cold.
I don't know, but he in my house. He trying to figure out how to get the fuck outside, but he about to die.
You
I
got
don't
some
know.
spray?
I got something I'm gonna spray his ass with.
Shayna, please be careful.
I am.
Oh my Lord,
Hold on. Keep talking.
I'm scared. Talk about what?
Oh, Adrian was yawning while Dorit was talking. It was hilarious, and he's done it all the time. Every year he done.
Oh, you know what? For the people at the house, Shayna said that I was Dorit this past weekend, and I did not appreciate that, Shayna.
You be along with it.
I was not being long-winded. I was trying to explain something to a mutual friend of ours, and you kept cutting me off. And every
He was
time you
long.
cut me off, I had to start over because I kept losing my train of thought. That's why to you it was long-winded, but to me, I couldn't get the fucking sentence.
You, you said what you want, but you was along with it.
I was not long-winded. I was
Right.
trying to explain something to somebody else that didn't even have nothing to do with you, and you kept interrupting me and having to make me
No,
talk
stop.
more. 'Cause I was trying to
No,
get you to back up off me so that I could
no.
get my thoughts out, and you kept interrupting my thoughts.
In your mind, you can think whatever you want. He
I
dead
okay.
though. I got him.
Oh, good. You killed him with Lysol. You
Anything will
know,
work.
black people find anything to kill a bug. Or,
You damn right we will. Cause this motherfucker don't need to be flying up in this house trying to plant no babies. We're not doing that here.
oh my God.
Other can bug spray wasn't working right. I said, "Just take it. I can't do this. Let me get something else."
I was gonna tell you to keep an eye on. I was gonna grab my ray and run over to your house real quick.
That's a lot of running. It's gonna take a long time. You'll be dead by the time your ass get here.
Well, that's why I said keep an eye on it. So when I get there, you tell me where it's at. I thought,
Hey, you got a lot of shit you gotta do today. You ain't got time to come over here.
"Ah, no, don't remind me.
I'm reminding you because we gotta get it done.
Sometimes I can't stand your ass.
You love me.
I love you. That don't mean I can stand you all the time.
Yeah, I can't stand you either, but it's a mutual thing, so we're all right on that.
Hmm.
Oh no,
Well,
I gotta step on him with a shoe. Okay, go ahead.
he's
Oh,
still
we all
moving.
yeah. I don't think I sprayed him enough. But go ahead.
Uh,
He on his
well,
back doing this.
do you have anything else?
No. No, no.
Okay. Uh, well, we're gonna leave. You can take care of that situation, and I go take care of my situations. We only got a minute left anyway.
Yes.
So, if you all like what you've heard and seen, and you want more, please like, comment, download, subscribe, do all of the positive things, and we will see you all next week.